I'm Celeste Davis. I have a 13-year-old Shetland sheepdog and named Roxy, and she was sleeping about 20 plus hours a day prior to the Librela shot. And once we got the Librela shot, within 2 weeks, we noticed a difference and started being able to stand up easier and just seemed to move easier. And now I think she's had 5 shots now. It's like having a different dog again. She is just livelier. She plays with the puppy 3 or 4 times a day. She is running around and spinning more. She's barking. I mean, she just basically had stopped living prior to Librela. So it is amazing how much better she looks and feels. And you can see it in her eyes, how she's just livelier. And so we're just thrilled.
Started Librela
Yes.
because he was sore,
Limping, trouble moving around.
and he still has a
Yes.
little hitchy.
Yep.
But you've noticed a pretty good difference.
Amazing difference. And like night and day difference. Like he is back. He is 11, 12, and he's totally a different dog.
We need to get him. So he feels better.
Yes.
Well,
He
there's
runs to the
no
yard
way he
with
can
her.
keep up with her.
He keeps up with her.
So Bella is how old?
Almost next week she'll be a year.
And she is nuts. We just took her. She is like
She's high energy.
So she's high energy, but he's the happiest dog. So he's like moving up. He knows where the treat is.
Yeah, he keeps up with her in the yard all the time. And he some days runs circles around her.
Oh, and I think I've got you commenting on her how she was walking originally. So
This is Riley walking. See, she's a little stiff in her back legs, or she walks kind of straight-legged rather than bending her knees.
right, and then I'll go ahead and show the one you had after the fact, which really the thing I noticed more, which you see more things than I do because you see her all the time, was that she was, and you had mentioned she was more out on the edge of the leash, kind of bringing you a little bit more forward with a bit more energy with her walks. And I think this may be Greg walking her.
Come on. Good girl.
Yeah, so to me, her pace was different for sure. Like we
I
didn't
agree.
alter that video to speed it up, but I mean that was
Right.
her movement change, right?
That's right. Yeah, and she's been doing that a lot more. She trots a lot more during her walk and is out, like you mentioned, out in front of me, at on the leash. Whereas before, most of the time she was beside or behind me, and I was, a lot of times had to kind of pull her along to keep walking. So her pace has increased significantly, and I feel like her movement in general, when she's walking, especially, is more fluid, less kind of stiff legged,
Not as
and
jerky.
not as jerky, right?
And I've heard more, I don't want to lead you question wise, but I've heard from others that there's a mobility factor, but they've also noticed something that maybe they can't put their finger exactly on, that their dogs feel better after starting it,
Mhm.
like they're just more engaging. I've even asked, like, does your dog smile? Do dogs smile? And as
Mhm.
soon as I ask, like, a lot of owners, they'll start smiling and they'll go, yeah, and I think she smiles more with this. But have you seen anything like demeanor wise or something otherwise than just the mobility?
Yeah, I mean, she does smile. She has a happy yappy face, as we call it, because usually when she's smiling, she's also panting because she's always like happy or excited about whatever it is. Someone petting her or getting ready to go for a walk. So she has been doing that a lot, and I do think her overall, she just seems more comfortable with her movement overall. Not even big specific movements like walking or playing with a tennis ball, but just moving around the house. She seems more comfortable, more agile. She is up and down more, off the floors and off the sofa, and she just she seems to have more energy as well. She seems good, and I do
Great.
like the fact that it gives us an option for her case, since she has the kidney issues. That it gives us and her an option to have improvement without compromising her kidney function even further.
Yeah, because otherwise, other than the non-steroidals, the other options just really don't. I mean, they do. There's options we can try, but we just don't get anywhere near the reports of response that we see with Librela.